So guys, got a great drill here for you. It's not easy to do, but it's going to put some compression on your shots, pick up your speed, and really get you pivoting really effectively. And we're going to complement it with two moves. The move that we're looking at is getting some compression in your pivot. So we're going to be getting down with the head. I'm going to push down into that right leg. And on the other side in the finish, we're going to be lifting this up and getting really straight, getting an arch in the back here. Might hit a couple heavy at the start, but it's a great way to get your shoulder planes working really effectively. Later on, we're going to be looking at a couple of world-class ball strikers there and having a look at this move. I don't expect you to think about this on the golf course, please don't. It's too many thoughts. But by getting yourself working on this, it stops us from lifting up and gets our shoulder planes and this structure in your pivot. It's a fantastic place to be. Now, when you look at my head, if I just get a line over the top of my head here, if you see my head moving slightly down, this is what we're trying to get a little bit in this exercise. You see Justin Thomas doing this, we've seen Ben Hogan, we've seen so many players, and it's just a slight movement down, but we're getting this pivot. It's quite a strong position. Now into the finish, to complement it, we're getting up high, we're getting the chest to point up, and we've got a small or an arch in the small of the back. And really it is quite powerful. You start to grip the ground effectively. It's an exercise that I love to do. I feel that it holds my swing together. I wouldn't be out there pushing down on the golf course and lifting up because you would forget that there's actually a golf ball to hit. All right, but let's have a look how we can get in there. Now you might hit a couple a little bit heavy. Get in there and take your time first off, right? Get the practice and get the feeling. You see my head just moving down. We're sort of getting heavy and then we're getting light. It's moving so quick, sometimes we need a program like that, heavy and light. And if you do 10, 20, or maybe you hit 30 or 40 balls, but it's something like that, it's quite difficult to do and you have to concentrate a lot. So you don't need to do too many of them, but it really is an effective way to stop us from lifting up out of our pivot and things like that. So you apply a couple of swings, right? Get yourself to move down, push down into that right foot, really get some pressure moving down, and then try and bounce back up off that. Oh, actually hit that really good. And you can see you're up into that finish. Look, some of you might not be able to get down. It depends a little bit on your flexibility, but if you're young enough, it's a great place to be. If you find yourself lifting up, you have to work on the opposites. We have to exaggerate these moves. This is a great way to get steeper shoulders. This is a great way to grip the ground, explode back up off it, and complementing the swing in two different sides here. Let's have a look now at some evidence-based material. Guys, check out worldclassgolf.com, wonderful platform, teaching people all around the world with online lessons. Your lessons go between 20 and 30 minutes. It's the same as this YouTube setup with your swing on double sides of the screen here. Plenty of drills and exercises, guys. Let's have a look now at the next clip.
So hi everyone, right, let's have a look at some of the best ball strikers in the world. When we're looking at this drill, what a fantastic drill it is. It really is forcing angles into your swing. Let's have a look at Nelly Corda here, as we can see the head moving, pushing down. You're trying to get some pressure into that right foot. You're actually going to force yourself to move a little bit downwards. Let's have a look at McIlroy, obviously one of the best ball strikers in the world. We can see that right foot pressing down, and he talks about that actually in one of his interviews, getting some pressure down into this right foot. And then we know that he moves down even further, and obviously that's a lot. But you're going to see a lot of golfers doing this, and he's forced there to really increase this angle here, otherwise you're going to hit it fat. So you're forcing lag into really, you're forced to hold on to your angles, because if you're standing up very tall, it's very easy to throw the angles away. Now looking at, the finished position, we're going to be exploding back up. You're getting almost a light feeling going through the ball, where we start to get this left side to extend. We start to get a small in the back. You need some basic thoughts, big thoughts, because it's moving so quickly. Let's have a look at a couple other players here. As we look at Tiger Woods, we know that Tiger's obviously been, over the years criticised for moving down too much. But it's the proof's in the pudding. We look at one of the best iron players in the world. You can see the head there dropping down as he pivots into this, you can almost say it's like a compression type of pivot here. Now, when we have a look at this lead hip moving through the ball, what we're going to see is we can see this is the way that we can pick up speed. Once we see the move going slightly down, as we get into this part of the swing here, we can start to lift this lead hip up. Right, you're lifting this hard, you're extending up, and this is what gets the end of the grip to lift up, and this is what creates this speed, this snap down the bottom. So getting yourself up in a really tall position, pivoting downwards with force into this right foot also helps your shoulder planes. It gets your body in an absolutely wonderful position, and we've seen it, even if it's only a little bit. Look at Sam Snead, the great man here. We're going to still see a slight bit of movement there down, and this is what gets your shoulder planes around this 40-degree area and getting your hip planes to complement that, and then through the ball we can actually get the right shoulder to finally go underneath the left. And looking at some of the numbers that we've been looking at, we'll be looking at a 55 around about that area into or through the ball, and getting this left side up and extending. Guys, this type of pivot and practicing it really is gold for your swing.
World-class golf instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of world-class golf instruction.
Obviously we're seeing guys with a lot of flexibility doing a little bit more. We're seeing certain players, but by getting the feeling, we've been speaking about this quite a bit in certain videos, getting the head, getting the body to pivot effectively, get the pressure down into this right foot, and then get heavy into that foot, explode back up off it, and it's going to get so many positive things happening in your swing. Guys, have a look at Craig Hanson Golf for online lessons. I've got people from all around the world that I'm teaching there, and worldclassgolf.com. A wonderful platform with many different areas of short game. We're looking at swing geometry. We have also got biomechanics, how to build a swing. We're looking at shaping shots and practice programs, all sorts of things on that wonderful platform. And it really is a super price for everybody out there. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe. Trying to reach as many people as we can. And we'll catch you next time.